Alright guys, in this video, I'm going to be trying to finish digging out the pond. Look at her, that's funny. On the big piles of dirt. I'm going to be finishing digging out this pond. Y'all last saw this in the part 1 of digging this thing out. And, of course, all there was whenever I ended that video was what's right here. Like, not past my arm, and then past my arm, there's all that. Like, all over here, and then all this area, which is quite a bit. And that shelf, which I'll talk about in a little bit. And so, I'm kind of just going to go briefly over what plans I have for the pond and what I've done since the last video on it. So, as you can see, it does look like all wet and like, looks like erosion, like, fell in and everything. Because all this week, like, all the 5 days that I was at school, it's just been pouring rain. So, it's just, like, drenched all of this and washed a lot of, like, silt and stuff in. Like, it kind of makes me mad because right there, like, where it used to be, like, around 3 feet, right now it's, like, maybe 2 feet. And right here, where it used to be like 3 feet, now it's like 2.5 feet. So that makes me mad, but hopefully, why? Just why? But hopefully in this video, definitely in this video, I'm gonna finish digging it out and probably get a tarp. But right now I'm just gonna explain the plans I have for this. So, y'all definitely see these roots now that the rain's washed all the stuff around it away. I'm not going to chop through these because, one, I probably couldn't unless I get a chainsaw, and that would just get the whole pond messy, and they're connected to this big tree, and I doubt it would kill it, but I don't want to, like, affect it anyway, because if that fell over here, which it definitely could because it's giant, it would ruin a lot of things. So, I'll start off with the shelf. Now, this is something I dug the same day I finished the first video on this pond, and this is it's about maybe 10 inches, and then this is like a foot, like that area to that area, and this is just for plants that aren't tall enough to be to rest on the bottom, to rest right there, and then I can put rocks like all around it, and fish can hide in there, and it'll just halfway be in the water, which is what it needs because it gets its nutrients from the water and stuff, and halfway in the sun because it also needs stuff from the sun, and we need to be able to see it, so it'll look awesome. And then over here, you might notice this weird part. We've dug all the way around that, but just left that big clump over here. So that big clump is an idea me and my friend Will had. Y'all have seen him in like all the pond building videos, and we're gonna try and make an island here. I wanted to do an island like from the start, but I just didn't know how. But we came up with the idea of, I'm kind of just briefly gonna explain this, but later on in this video, or maybe another video where we work on this, we're gonna dig out a little bit of that, put the tarp in, or wait, before the tarp goes in, we're gonna dig a bowl in that little dirt column that's already up there. So it'll just be the dirt, but like on the edges, it'll just go into a bowl. And then we'll put the tarp down, and then the tarp will like, kind of naturally go into that little bowl. And then we'll fill it up with dirt. And the only reason we're not just going to leave the top tarp is because we want it to be natural, but we can't just leave it all dirt because the tarp needs to go up all the way to where the water doesn't go up to, because we don't want water seeping in through there. So, yeah, that, y'all might not understand that. Some of y'all might, some of y'all might not. But you will understand it whenever we do it. There's a lot of things that could go wrong. It's like a 50% chance that this will end up working and we'll do it. But that's just an idea. And while I'm down here, I'll kind of give an update on this pond, which I think I've decided I might make it like a turtle pond, because it would just be awesome to have turtles. And since I have this big one, too big to just keep bait in, because I wouldn't be able to net them, because right there, of course, it's really deep. But yeah, I cleaned most of the leaves out of it, like from the top. There's still quite a bit down at the bottom, and whenever it warms up, I can get in there and scoop those up with a net. And I have this clump of plants. It's like three different clumps. But I got them from a pond near here and put those in there, and they're thriving. The minnows love it. As you maybe can tell, there's just like 5 minnows right there, and then I can see a bunch more down in there. Y'all can't see it with the camera, but yeah, those plants are looking awesome. I'll put definitely more plants like that in this pond, and plenty of other types of plants. And also something that I'm just gonna go ahead and tell y'all is my dog got attacked. Like y'all have seen her in a lot of videos. She got attacked by a few dogs like a week ago, and they basically just like bit her and pushed her into the pool. They were trying to drown her or something. See, she's trying to itch that because it hurts. That's where they bit her. We took her to the vet because we didn't want it to get infected, and they like shaved that off. That's all cream and stuff that we just put in there like an hour ago to keep it from getting infected. And there's also one like on her butt, but she's probably not gonna let us see that. Maybe, yeah, probably not. And yeah, just maybe if y'all wanted to know, she's gonna be fine. It's kind of tragic, and I thought maybe I'd tell you. Okay, so that was probably like 10 minutes worth of talking, and now I'm gonna start digging out this pond. Well, as y'all might can tell, it's the next morning, and it's raining. And I'll just give a little update. Can't really tell much, but I'm just working on getting this out deeper and working on getting that out. But I was just kind of clearing some dirt out of that little pathway canal thing with the hoe. There's the handle over there, and well, the front of it, like the actual blade part, just kind of decided to fall off, so that's great. And yeah, I guess now I'm not gonna have a hoe, but Dad's probably gonna make me pay for this, even though it's not my fault. He must have bought a crappy hoe because it just broke on dirt. So it's probably about an hour after the hoe breaks, and the pond is really getting there. You can just see there. And I brought the wheelbarrow over here, you know, just for a dump. And well, I was grabbing the handle to flip it over that way to dump the dirt into the pile, and then it just straight up ripped off. Just straight up clean cut right off there. So no more digging because I don't have anywhere to put the dirt. I'm like really mad. Why is all this stuff breaking on me? My dad's gonna make me pay. That wheelbarrow is probably like 40, 50 bucks. That hoe was probably about 15, 20. And yeah, now I'm gonna have to pay for them because I know that's just what my dad's gonna make me do, even though I was just using them and they just broke. It could have happened to anybody. Alright guys, so it's the next morning, and Owen came over yesterday afternoon, and we got quite a bit done. You know, just the rain had washed in a ton of sediment and stuff like way down there, and we made that area deeper. And then of course over here, this area deeper. It's kind of right there, and right there our gradual slopes up to about 1 foot, like right where I'm standing right there, that's about 2 feet. And right there by that shelf, that's about 2 feet. And then that's about 3 feet. And that's like still about 2 feet, but I mean, who really cares? That's probably the deepest spot, so they're mostly going to be hanging out over there. But since I'm going to have all sorts of different fish, they'll be scattered around, moving around, being happy, hopefully. And I got a shelf there, and a shelf right here. This afternoon, we're going to go get a tarp, or who knows, maybe my mom is going to go get a tarp. I told her the measurements of the pond. Whenever I am at school, she might go get it, but we also might go get it whenever I'm home in this afternoon, because I really want to get this thing finished. And so yeah, I'll see y'all whenever we either have the tarp here or we're going to get the tarp. Alright guys, so obviously we're not at Lowe's and we don't have the tarp right now like I said that we should, because yesterday it just didn't really work out on getting a tarp. And as you can see, today it poured down rain again, and so we got all this water in here that's about like 5 inches deep in that deepest spot. And of course I'll walk over here, it erodes all of the edges like that again, and fills in a lot of the pond. So I've been out here digging out more, even though we were done. And so apart from digging out some of the dirt that washed in there from the pouring down rain that we had, I'm also well, first off, y'all can see on this pond we struggled to get it level. Like right there, there's too much tarp showing, like there should be water, but over here it's filled all the way up because obviously this is a hill, but I couldn't do it anywhere else. So up there is higher than it is down here. And so as you can see here, we built up this little dam, but also like all around it, we built up dirt. So like it's not as, it's not level with the ground. And that's the problem we did over here, because if it would have been level with the ground, all of this like almost 1 foot of excess tarp showing would be gone. So right now what I'm doing is this side, the side that's higher, I'm kind of just making it a little bit lower just by digging out a couple inches of this dirt. Like as you can see, the tarp will lay what is like right through there, and then like it'll stop right where it gets higher, so the tarp will be down lower. So I'll do a little bit more on that, and that will help with getting a level. And also the main thing that I'm doing is I don't want to dig very much more off of that. I'm just raising this side up. Like I've just dug some dirt out from over there and just adding it over there just to make that higher, so it'll equal to that. And I have quite a bit more to do on that, but it will be done. And sadly, I'm gonna end this video here. I couldn't get the tarp in this video just because stuff takes a long time and it doesn't work out. But next video on this pond, I will definitely get the tarp for it. And the reason I'm not just gonna make this video like 20 minutes long with putting the tarp in and everything is I'm having a problem with uploading my videos. Like it won't let me upload certain length of videos. I'm getting that figured out, but it doesn't really matter because it'll just be the next part to this. So this was part 2. I'll be putting the tarp in on part 3, and yeah, here's how it's looking. I'll give you one last little view of it. Definitely like just about done, just a few touch-ups, and that water needs to drain, and then we can put the tarp in next video and everything. So yeah, look forward to that. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, and yeah, I'll see y'all on the next video.